Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the current state of the game, all that good stuff. And before we start this video, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. And obviously, if you don't have anything to comment, just type in commenting for the algorithm. There you go, perfect. But pretty much, um, I was just put some gameplay in the back because why not? I don't even know if it's the best. It's just some random game I had. But there's a few things I'd like to talk about, and we're gonna see what's up here. But pretty much, first things first. The one thing that should have already been added: unlimited conquest. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, if you get on an alt or you started late, you're really far behind. While everyone else is 485 with like 3 pieces of crafted gear, you're sitting at 480 with greens, not 1 piece of crafted gear, and you're just getting absolutely out geared by like 7 item levels. So that's one issue, where if you didn't start off early like everyone else did, you're not able to. You'll absolutely get farmed by somebody with full gear because the gear is literally a huge difference. But that's the first thing. Second thing is gonna be inflation. This should have also been added in the moment they realized that nobody's gaining any rating. I don't know what they have to do, but all they have to do is change it back to season one. Exactly how season one was is all they would have to do. It's not very difficult. So the same thing they did for season one. You know how season one was super inflated? You had people literally, you can get the 2400 or legend. A casual player could get the legend. That's how good that was during that time. All they have to do is switch the inflation. Honestly, do that, and then on top of that, make 3-3s gain like 10 points and gain MMR. That way, the next game they go 3-3, they're gaining MMR, and they're not losing. Now, if they go 2-4, yeah, they lose MMR and they lose rating. But you should always gain on a 3-3. Even in solo shuffle is really good. It really is. Especially when you're getting griefed and trolled and letting back to back. It's just super annoying. But that's my other complaint is no inflation. And then the CR gains is plain. I don't know. I just don't know how this stuff doesn't get fixed. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they've had so much time to get this fixed, and they have yet to do it. And it's already been 4 weeks. People are quitting the game again. I mean, people thought SOD was going to be good, but people don't understand that they've literally sent the same version of WoW 5 times, literally. Like they have classic hardcore, they have Wrath, they have SOD, they have retail. It's like, I wish they would just work on the retail, man. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I can do, but I'm getting a 2200 CR, and then I'm getting griefed. I'm either going 3-3 or I'll go 4. Here's my ratio here. So I go, let's say 4-2, and then I'll go 3-3, and then I'll go 2-4 because I get, either somebody gets one shot in the opener, either somebody doesn't click anything in the opener, either somebody just randomly griefs by not clicking any buttons, somebody just, we just lose because they're playing better specs. There's just a bunch of stuff that can come in play. And there's nothing I can do about it, and yet it feels like a consistent pressure of like I don't have the time to sit there and just queue and queue and queue, and not even like I want to. Like, why do I want to sit in a queue that's already 30 minutes long, and then I have to sit in a game that I'm getting barely any rating, I'm getting barely any MMR, I'm not benefiting anything from playing the game. Like, there's no reward system. Imagine playing a game that has no reward systems. Like, there's no glad mount to go for unless you want to sweat. Like, there's no like thing that you can achieve that if you're playing good, you'll just achieve it. For example, in season 2 of Shadowlands, I bring this up a lot because season 2 was really a good season for Arena. 2400 for like a regular player in season 2 of Shadowlands was actually really easy because every class is based upon burst. What happens when a season is based around burst and not consistent damage is people have to use their C's correctly, and if they don't, they die in 2 globals. So that's how it should be. You should only have every class, unless you're literally made to do consistent damage, then you should get barely any burst damage, and you're literally just a damper that does unlimited consistent damage. But every class should just have burst damage, and off their burst damage, they're doing mini goes. And mini goes, you're gonna like 140 somebody, not even. I wouldn't even say that. Like, but there needs to be like I don't know what this consistent burst is of like 100k DPS. It just made like this hunter is doing 100k DPS right now with my evasion up, with disarm. Obviously he's bursting, so it doesn't really matter that much. Or that's the red actually, my bad. But so as you can see the red here. Now he's doing cleave damage and he has wings up, so there's an excuse. But if you guys haven't seen DH, BM Hunter, DKs, I mean pretty much every class it seems like. Um, it definitely just feels insanely frustrating to like you know you play so good in some of these games and then you get either griefed or it's just it just like there's no I feel like I just have no reward for playing. Like it's the Blizzard's telling me I had to play all day just to get my 2.4 even though I'm playing versus players that are first time 2200 players like in anything. And I don't stand a chance because if I don't play even if I play perfectly, it's all dependent on if my teammates play good too. Like if they don't want to play good, and then I automatically lose. So it's like even if I CC, even if I get blind saps off, even if I get stuns off, it's like it all comes down to oh well, you did one mistake, auto lose next. I just feel like there needs to be like not a punishment, but there just has to be a reward system for casual players, and not even just casual players, but everybody. Like it's very easy for the game to be good. It really is. It's not hard at all. It really is not. Season 1 of Dragonflight Solo Shuffle was great. Like I said, give 3 threes, the gain rating, gain them more. You fix that entirely problem. Boom. The only problem with Solo Shuffle, other than the consistent amount of damage that's unrealistic, is the system. If the system was good, I guarantee people would be playing it. But the system's not good, and on top of the system not being good, obviously you have to deal with, DH is everybody doing 100k DPS non-stop and then 150k on burst, and then you have only 2 healers viable, and especially like at the main, you have Disc Priest, and this is fully geared Disc Priest. If you're not a fully geared Disc Priest, you're just not. It's gonna feel like you're doing no healing. So if you're best in slot Disc Priest, Mistweaver, best in slot, or Wrestler Druid, those are the only 3 healers, other than maybe like um I mean, H-Pow is pretty good if you're really good at it, but like again, versus like wrestlers and stuff, you're gonna have a hard time. But in general, it just feels like I log on and I don't even want to play because I have to sit in a long queue because obviously nobody's playing the game. Nobody wants to play a season that's just lame. Um, these are small steps to where they could fix it. Like it's not even big things. Like I can't name something that's super huge other than like the inflation, the MMR system. Like there's small things, very small things that would be so easily fixed. And I'm telling you, if they just made it easier to push, I guarantee almost half the player base would stop complaining. They'd be like, all right, well at least you did something. At least you're trying. But it just doesn't feel like they're trying at all. And it's like they kind of just stopped caring. I mean, you can kind of tell at this point. I mean, when they do sloppy nerfs, they don't do another nerf for 2 decades. It just feels like, they just made too many WoWs. Now they're just updating 5 WoWs every week, and it's like they're just being lazy and sloppy. So, it is sad because I do enjoy the game, but I'm at the point where like I don't enjoy it right now. I just make content. Like as you can see, I haven't played really, bro. These are old games. I literally haven't queued in like the last 3 or 4 days. I just can't do it. It's like I get in a game, I go 4-2, great. I gain like 30 points. And then I go 3-3, great. I gain 0 points. This is 30-minute queues when I'm a casual player playing 2 to 3 hours, you know, every other night. Or maybe almost every night, except as long as I'm working like late, then I can't. But just in general, as a casual player, I'm no longer able to keep up with people anymore. Because it's based on your queue time. It should not be based off that. You know, and obviously I could be playing better. There's a bunch of things that I could be doing possibly, like not DR stunning, make sure I focus. Because a lot of times my add-on bugs, but a lot of times I just try to force a go. Because I'll be like 1 second behind every single time, even though I don't even think it matters that much, to be honest. I really don't think it matters like at all. But I just feel like I hate playing really good and then I don't get rewarded for playing good. That's what I feel like. Like the people that are 2400 right now, you have to imagine that every one of those players are playing at least minimum. I actually almost died in 2 seconds there. And this is, by the way, that was no burst damage. That was just them, or that was BM's burst, and then the MM just clicked one aim shot. But like the people that are really high CR, they're playing all day. Like you have to imagine playing 6 hours minimum and like 12 hours every single day. Like I couldn't imagine doing that even if I didn't work or have any problems. Like that's just ridiculous to just queue solo shuffle. I couldn't do it. And then on top of that, they're queuing at a prime time, and then they queued early. See, the best time to queue is early on, and it's usually because it is usually actually mid-season, but since the game's not in the best shape, there's not going to be any inflation. So if you queue with good players at the beginning of the season, you don't have to worry about somebody griefing your lobby because you're playing with like at that point once you get to like 1600, you're playing with all rank ones all the way up. So it's like you're playing with decent players. So it's like I just don't I didn't have the time to queue it, and I didn't really feel like it anyway. You know, but I mean there's very solid fixes that they can do, and I'm telling you, there's not really these are just simple fixes. Like I said, I can't even come up with a good fix that's super huge that would take them time to do. I really couldn't. Other than, balancing their classes that they haven't managed to do in the last 10 years, so it's not happening. So you can't really think of unrealistic stuff like that because they're never going to do it. But, other than that, I think the game would be fine. I just don't understand why they haven't done it. Like, what are they doing? Like, who's making the decisions in this? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. What else can you do at this point? Like, do I just not queue and I just quit and I go play another game? Or, like, I just don't know. And honestly, I kind of despise playing Rogue. I hate playing a stun class. I hate it. I super hate it. I just want a PvE. I wish Assassination was so good, but compared to, like, every other spec, you just get, like, global every global. So, it's just not possible. It was before it got nerfed. I was, like, 2300, but, and then I just kept getting two-shot at me while I'm doing, like, 60, 70k max DPS, as long as they click like one CD on my, whatever. But it does feel like I do so much CC, and it just feels like I can never win a game. Like I've done so much, like you guys have seen some of these games, and I do so much CC. I actually have to do this so good. If I mess up one go, it can ruin my entire, like everything. And, like if they CC one dance, I'm literally like, look, all right, double sap. We get a triple sap. Actually, no, we get a trap. I could have cheaped off that actually. I Shadow Widow instead. He hodges, I trike it. But I'm kind of just commentating at this point. I really don't know what else they can add. And I'm not sure what else I can do to like better myself. Maybe I'm just playing incorrectly, but I'm CCing. I'm doing some type of damage. I mean, the only thing I can do better is try to queue at main team or main time, but it's just, I don't know. And I'm kind of out of ideas on what to do in the game. I'm at the point where it's like, do I really just do I just make videos and just log off and play a different game? Like, and I don't want a PvE. I know a lot of people have went to PvE. I just can't do it. Like, it's just too much time to put in nothing. Like, you get no benefits out of PvE other than getting like a Mog or something. Or like IO. So it's like, it would just be nice, honestly. Blizzard could just wake up, but we've given them all the options. We literally gave them all the plans. All the rank 1 players have told them exactly what they need to do. Nobody cares. Nobody listens at all. I mean, it's irrelevant to even give them suggestions because I mean, you're talking to a bot half the time. I mean, the moment they took out the live GMs, I knew the game was trash. Imagine not having a multi-billion-dollar company that's had live GMs since the start of time, and all of a sudden they take them out because they're too expensive. That's crazy. Now they have some robot that auto bans you after like 20 reports. Absolutely ridiculous. It's actually just embarrassing as a company. I don't know how they're actually able. Like, if you guys went to that BlizzCon, or I don't know if it was BlizzCon or not, but it was actually just disgusting how funny it was when everybody was silent almost 90% of the entire time. I don't know how they would even want to go out there. I really don't. Like because I have social anxiety, so if that happened to me, oh my god, I would never go back up there. Like I don't know how you would actually face them, especially when you know you're purposely doing a trash job, and you're just not spending any money on your own game. I don't know though. Who knows? So here we get a full CC chain, and I really don't know what else they can add. Like I'm trying to think of things while I'm commentating, but I really just, like, it's not hard. It's really not. Like, the game is not, it's not in such a bad spot where it cannot be saved. Like, it can so easily, so easily. And that's what makes me upset, because the game can be in a spot where I can at least log on and enjoy it. Even if it's for an hour or two, it does not matter. Like, nobody wants to play this game for more than 2 or 3 hours. You just don't. You'll play it because you need to. Maybe you work maybe you do WoW, maybe you stream for a living. Nobody plays this game for a few hours and ends up not hating yourself for it. Nobody. You just don't. You just literally look at yourself doing the same thing for the last 20 years. Nothing changes and it only gets worse. And you're always getting punished for playing this game. Every other game, at least, like Lethal Company. I've seen that on YouTube a bunch. I might go try that out with like Cat or something, or maybe like my brother too, just to go play it. Like I would actually enjoy playing other games that are like new and like just goofy than playing WoW. And I've been playing WoW non-stop for years upon years, like more than half of my life. Like since I was like 6 years old, I've been logging on WoW every day on my brother's twin, every single day for like 12 hours a day. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, I don't know what else to do. Do I just keep playing and I just, get better? Maybe I'm just washed up. I mean, I feel like I'm playing solid enough. Maybe like there's a few, VR stuns that I can fix. But I just feel like overall, as a 20, like, I just feel like I'm at a point to where I should not be hard stuck 2.2 ever in any situation. But when I'm getting griefed especially when I'm queuing at AM, when I'm getting people from, random, it's unlucky, honestly. And you guys, honestly, I don't know what else to do with this game. I really don't. Like, I have done the most CC I can do. I've done everything possible I can do, and I literally cannot just win. It's just not happening. And I'm not sure. Maybe I'm on the wrong target. Maybe I'm not CCing enough. Maybe like I'm spacing stuns too much. I have no idea. But it comes to a point where like, I don't know what else to do. I really don't, because if this doesn't start getting better, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna have the mental. I mean, I don't have enough time in general to play a game that I hate in general. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I'd rather just not play, or like just play Twos with the Cat and log. I mean, that's kind of everybody though. Like, the thing is, it's not just me. And I know actually I ended up DR kinning, which was really bad. I need to practice on my DRs, to be honest. Sometimes I get a little bit too hyper. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Unfortunately, I didn't have much ideas, but it's very easy. As you can see, I gained barely any rating. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace, peace.